let's understand at a very practical level what Sri Aurobindo is saying. This is a recurring theme in his writings, that in my integral yoga, the higher has to pull up the lower. The stronger part of you has to reach out and uplift the weaker part of you. And building this bridge between the higher and lower in you is the process of conscious collaboration. Consciously, the mother says, no, the world is preparing for a big change, will you help? Every time I consciously collaborate with the light in me to transform the darkness in me, I am saying a wholehearted yes to her. Very often we want to help people around and we go to pieces, right? I just heard about somebody today who's taking great care of a family member at home who's bedridden and very ill, but in the process he's going to pieces. He stopped his meditation, he's always grumpy, snappy, and I couldn't help thinking that I wish he would do it differently, because Mother says that the best help you can give people around you is by changing yourself. Any help you give people around you out of a fragmented being, it will be fragmented help. Whereas if you keep yourself whole, and from that wholeness you spend 5 minutes with the person, you'll help the person far, far more than spending 1 hour with the person. You want a backrest? Then spending 1 hour with the person out of a fragmented being. So the biggest responsibility you have, spiritual human responsibility, is to keep yourself whole. If you keep yourself whole, it's like your consciousness is contagious. It will reach the person and help the person far more than hours of physically trying to help and in a fragmented way, right? So every time, and in a way you could call this selfish. Suppose I have a sick person at home and I have 1 hour, and the choice is to spend it with the sick person or to regain my inner wholeness. I am very clear I will choose the second, because I know that without being whole, I can't ever help anyone beyond a point. So be selfish, and sometimes it's a good, because otherwise a person sinking and you make it your mission not to let the person sink, and you try to pull that person up, but neither do you pull that person up and you sink down. Then there are 2 people in the hole. What's the point? You've achieved nothing. It's better to keep yourself whole and then help them. So that's what Sri Aurobindo is saying, that whenever things go wrong, forget the outside, don't fix the outside. First sit with yourself and in whatever way you can fix your inside. If you fix the inside, the universe outside corrects itself. Yeah? And how do you fix your inside? By drawing on the higher parts of you. So it's very simple, it's not a very complicated process. Sometimes it's as simple as a heartfelt prayer. Sri Aurobindo writes in Savitri, a prayer, a master act, a king's idea can link man's strength to a transcendent force. Then miracle becomes the common rule. Yeah? So let's do a very simple thing which you can do anytime you're in a mind state of fear, anger, agitation. Keep reminding yourself, the snake that has bitten me is not important. The importance is to remove the poison. If I'm going to attack the snake, the poison is going to spread in me, which is not intelligent. Yeah? So we slowly shut our eyes, we sit tall. And if we are here, I'm assuming most of us have a connection with Mother and Sri Aurobindo. But in case one or two of us don't, then bring to mind any image of divinity. But the rest of us, bring Mother's image into your heart. Recollect the story I shared about the prisoner who was being tortured so much that he was suicidal. And then his inner vision opened, and although he'd never met or heard of Sri Aurobindo, he had visions of Sri Aurobindo which brought him to peace, which even his prisoners couldn't understand. So let's make in a small way that experience our own. Maybe I'm in the prison of my fear about the future, or anger, or whatever else it is. That's the snake that's biting me. For a moment, let me forget about this snake and worry about the venom of anger or fear that's inside me. And in whatever way I can, let me pray to the Mother with all my heart and sincerity to remove this poison, whether it's anger, lust, greed, jealousy. But see if there's one part of me which has gotten so comfortable with this poison that it's become my identity. And I feel it's good if it's there. But just question, is it really good? And then with all the sincerity you can muster, just offer it to Mother. Set me free of this. In life, whatever step you need me to take, guide me to take it. But inside myself, free me of this poison. And Mother says, every sincere prayer is answered. If my prayer is not answered, somewhere maybe there's a lack of sincerity. Maybe I don't really want it to be answered. And if my prayer has been sincere, then let me rest assured, if not now, some point in time it will surely be answered.